Can't back out of that.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Instagram feed. I gotta start the Facebook feed. What's it say? Go live. Okay, this is the Facebook feed. We're gonna start the YouTube actual professional video. Oh, I didn't do the microphone fucking again. Fucking big microphone. I'm gonna talk loud. This microphone's supposed to pick up all of us. Talking loud. So use the big voice. Okay. A 1, a 2. No, not yet.
Yeah, it's not that late yet, so it's gonna be late soon. 7:15.
3, 2, 1, live from Normal Heights, episode 23. We got Randy in here, my co-host. Tiffany's over here chilling out. I'm Tim Janakis. Don't knock us until you try us. And they're gonna do an opening song for us called Untitled.
There it goes.
mention they're available next Tuesday if you want to get them on MTV Unplugged. Damn. We should fill that with German beer because that's what it's supposed to be full of, and then you can drink the whole thing on what's that day? You're not 21 yet, are you?
1 day.
1 day. Oh my God.
Well,
We should have the party tomorrow at midnight. Man. Shit, we'll fill that with Gator Schneider or whatever
That's
the
gonna
hardest German beer you got
so
out
not
there.
all is cracked up to be being 21. You'll see. You've
yeah.
probably done everything by now anyway.
So who the hell thought of the name Randy?
Oh, wait.
Basically,
That's
do you want to tell
Who
us
the
that?
band's name, right? The band?
This band's name, but who the hell thought of it?
We're all ready.
We're all named Randy.
Yeah.
So, individually?
No, the band's name is
So
Randy.
what the hell? What do you mean you're all named Randy?
No.
Oh, their middle name. His name is Sledge and Randy Jones. His name is Bob Randy Elvis.
Well,
They all have Randy in their middle name.
It's the
Is
name
that how-
we
Not just an
inherited.
inside joke.
is it really? Is it?
That's a joke we like to tell on stage. But,
Okay.
Ah.
we introduce each other as Randy, but
So what's the joke? What's the joke?
well, it's
That's
not
actually a
really a
story.
joke. There's
That's
just
the joke
story.
right there. They're all
That's
named
the
Randy.
joke On
That's the
stage.
joke.
They just happened to all 5 people meet together and had the same name. They're like, let's call the band our name.
Oh.
No, the actual story is that
Randy 1, Randy 2.
the actual story is that we went to a show at Soma about like 2.5, 3 years ago,
Right.
and we went to In-N-Out after, as one does after
Nice,
the show.
right.
And we walked in and there was this huge wedding party in there, and
That's
they
strange,
were
right?
it was super strange. I've never seen a wedding party.
At
Everybody was in
In-N-Out?
tuxedos and dresses,
Weird.
white dresses. It was real weird. And then we're waiting in line to order, and this dude walks in, and the entire place just goes, Randy!
And they're all
And,
chanting.
They're all chanting it, and we just thought it would be a name we could get behind. So
Yeah.
we were like,
Oh.
fuck it, let's name our band Randy.
That was probably a joke between the wedding party as well.
So like, we're kind of like, yeah.
You see?
I think someone probably said like, yeah, let's name our band Randy, like as
Yeah.
That's
a
a
joke.
joke.
And then we're like, you know what?
You know what? I think you should put it all in capital letters, and then you can have an acronym like Radical Appearance Necessary
That would be
Development.
Oh, yeah, that would be-
Institute or something, you know?
That would be
You
a
can
good-
like
you'd
have a
to
contest. You can
come out
who can come up with the best
something cool,
acronym.
Yeah,
That's
that would be a
true.
good acronym to have.
I just don't want to be another swimmers. Like,
Oh, is that what they did?
well, everybody's got like the whole like
Acronym?
no, not acronym, but just like all like capital letters, and it's kind
True,
of like a trend.
true.
We're not trying
No,
to
what
jump
we
on
need to
that.
do is
That's
just be
right.
called The Randy.
Yeah,
Sorry.
oversaturated. That's what I was
We're
telling
Randy.
Tim about this because it's a big thing now to have podcasts and everyone's doing it. It's oversaturated. The market, just like the name, the acronyms, it's not new. It's not fresh. You
Very
need something.
true.
You know, you want something novelty. That's
Yes,
what humans
exactly.
want. We
Right.
want new.
Well,
We don't-
in Japan, they had one band called Smop, and it was the most popular band in Japan.
That's
Small.
a,
And it's
like Bob.
but it's all capital letters because it was sports, music,
Ah.
appeals to people or something like that. Some weird English Japanese name,
That's interesting.
but they made it Schmop.
I feel like if it's an English acronym in Japan, it's
Yeah,
cooler than
yeah.
if it's an English acronym.
But then
Yeah,
every
right.
single band, because they looked, you could see it on the billboard big.
Yeah.
They all started naming their 4 name bands, all capital. They just thought, no, that's an acronym. You gotta have to have an acronym if you're
Yeah.
gonna do all capitals. But now you see every album in Japan, it's like they're all capital, just the name of the band, and then it
Yeah.
shows in lowercase, and
Yeah.
it's to make it stand out.
That's cool.
We need to name with Easter eggs.
No, we should just
Listen,
do the opposite, no capitals. Like
Oh.
Randy is a name.
no, but then there's
no
a bunch of
capitals.
people that do that. There's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
bunch of bands that like.
But ours is an
Yeah,
actual
there's so
name.
Everyone's trying to be
I
different
know,
now.
for
You
real.
gotta,
Everyone's
everything's been done
Capitals
before.
with the A. That's just
You
not
got people like
For real, be nameless.
like doing like all one word.
I just not have a name.
Just like that song, this is like unnamed song number 55.
Nameless? Be nameless.
Nameless
Oh.
is actually the
Nameless.
next thing.
Okay, one of my favorite singer-songwriters, his name is Peter Gabriel. You guys know Peter Gabriel?
Yeah.
Okay, the first album was called Peter Gabriel. The second album was called Peter Gabriel. The third album was called Peter Gabriel. Then he signed with a big label, and then he said, okay, the first album was Us, the next
Us.
one, and the next one was like 2 letters. It was always like 2 letters
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something. He capitalized it.
Me and
Me,
you.
yeah, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh, his name, the first one was So, S-O, and then the next one was Us. And
Yeah,
then
I
he
feel
just-
like also like in the universe when you're like trying to create things, like names will just come to you. Like
Yeah.
out of
Yeah.
like there'll be something radical you guys are all doing, like individually or something, and you'll just
You
come together and
that's
tell
the
a
thing,
story
is
and
you
then the
can't
name
force
develops.
names.
Yeah, nope, you
Like,
can't
we
force
tried.
anything.
we
Can't
tried.
force anything.
I'm gonna first
We
be
had
the
so
first to
many
eat the
band
popcorn.
meetings trying to figure out like
That's right.
what are we gonna name our band, and we had so many names that
That's
just
right. That's
we
right.
were embarrassed to say it. Like I think at one point.
Okay,
we
what were
named
some of the names?
Tangerine or something?
That's good.
No, it was horrible. Like
That is
we would be at
There's that
shows
song
and we were like,
That's horrible.
Tangerine.
That's horrible. That's
and
horrible.
people would be like, "Oh, what's your band name?" And we're like, "Tangerine." They're like, "What?" Tangerine.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. Tangerine.
There might have been
Okay.
a version of that was even more
I
embarrassing.
know that you're
Oh, I'm sure
embarrassed
there
to
was so
say
many.
it.
Wait, what about Fridge?
Fridge.
Oh
was
no,
really-
Fridge was actually
No.
cool.
Nah, that's
They all
nuts.
hated it. I liked it.
Okay, so what?
I don't know.
Who was the first that thought of starting the band, or who was the first in the band? Are you guys all been in the start in the beginning? Did it start with all 5 of you, or did like people change?
You
And
want to
We
tell
have-
me?
when did it start?
Sure.
Like back in the Stone
You
Ages
know,
when
we
they
probably
were
were all in school together
camels
at
were
some point.
walking
Somebody
uphill.
knew each other from school,
Yeah,
right?
so
Cool.
Mitchell, Kylan, and
Yeah.
I all went to the same school.
You guys all
and,
seem
What school? Let's give it props.
UC High.
UC
High!
High! All the people at UC High wave at the cameras.
This is
Um,
this is where they
and-
originated.
around like what was it? Our junior year, I started a project called Throckmorton, and
Throckmorton.
That's medical.
Yeah.
Throckmorton. Morton like the song. Throckmorton.
Yeah. It's that's another funny name. I really like that one.
Yeah, that's
Please
interesting.
laugh.
Too bad you guys aren't 21. We used to smoke pot on the show before the shows every time, but I can't. I'm running for Congress. I can't do that.
I apologize.
Responsibility. I mean, we have some adults in the room. I think there's only one adult. Well, I'm not even an adult.
She's not an adult. She'll
I'm
never
definitely
be an
a child.
adult.
We don't have any adults here, actually. There's not one adult in this room.
We can light some
So we
incense
just
and
cut you off in the middle of the story. What was this?
All good.
Okay.
So basically, I started this little side project. Well, it was a main project at the time, to play Maytime Band Review Festival at Kimball Park, and I got together a few of my friends from school, and I really wanted to play with these guys because they were my best friends at the time, and they didn't really want to play last minute because I got notice that we were going to play the show like 2 weeks in advance, so I had to round up a couple people who were down to play a show last minute. I had a few songs that I like had written. It was like 5 songs that I wrote myself, and I had to teach them to like 3 people. And we played a show together, and the show went great. It was my first show that I ever played live. And after that, the other people in the band all had their own like projects that they were working on, so they didn't want to continue the project with me. So, but after coming and watching me, these guys were like, "Fuck it, let's do it. Let's do a band."
Let's go.
And we went through a period of trying to figure out like different drummers and different bassists. And finally, I got him. I convinced him to join the band, and we had a different drummer who actually got Artie to join the band. I met him in my business and marketing class.
Oh, I love your
and
hair,
then,
FYI.
Thank you.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, I jammed
Jealous
with him
of it.
once, and
Jealous
it was
of it.
awesome. And so, oh wait, no, you
I think
convinced Jeff to
it was
join the
me.
band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was going to school with the drummer at the time, and
Yeah.
I happened to be best friends with the guy who was the drummer, and he brought him to a Soma show, and I met him, and I was asking him if he wanted to jam with me and these guys.
Didn't you hit me up
Yeah.
on Instagram?
I hit him up on Instagram.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, dude, let's jam together and stuff, because I was looking for a band.
Yeah.
And then I met up with our drummer, and I was like, oh, do you want to like jam sometime? And I have this group of people who are willing to do it. He's like, yeah, sure. Because he went to school with them, so he knew these
knew
guys.
them.
Yeah.
So, and then from there, we just went to Mitch's house, and we jammed for like the first
So
time.
then you guys it just kind of organically happened. You guys all ended up together at some point.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
funny thing is, he wasn't even like a drummer, like a kid drummer. He was in like marching band.
Yeah.
He was
Oh,
like a-
cool! I was in the drum line. I played
Yeah, he was in
marimbas.
drum
Actually,
line.
that's a marimba right there.
Oh, that's so
wow.
sick.
Yeah, so he was in
Which I
drum
should have got one of you guys to like. I could have done marimba in this song, man.
Yeah, so he didn't really. He had like this old like drum kit that he pulled out of like the attic or something.
But you guys
It's super
use it.
shitty.
Like
Yeah,
old
still
Fender
use it,
Starcaster.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
dude, but it has a
bottom of
classic
the line.
sound,
Exactly.
right?
No, it was
No,
horrible.
that's horrible.
It was literally like
Yeah.
bottom of the line, like
It didn't
the
work.
first drum kit.
Dude, those were like the cymbals were seriously like
Tin. They were like
They were
it was like
sheet metal.
Yeah.
What?
like from like Home Depot. Like
Yeah.
Dude.
it sounded
And the
horrible.
drums themselves, the
Makes
drums
you-
themselves were made out of like laminate plywood. It was like the worst
Like you
resonance
couldn't
ever.
tune it, and it was,
Yeah,
it was
you
like
couldn't
always
tune it
like,
at all.
Yeah.
You were like,
I would have loved to see the first show on
it's
that
like
drum
great
set.
noise.
oh no, we
we-
weren't there.
Oh, okay, you just okay.
Yeah, we-
You're like, we'll just do this in the garage for now just to get the rhythm, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I swear the cymbals dented every time you hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but there's nothing better than learning through adversity, right?
Oh, they
That's
had the
like-
shittiest drum heads on it too. It was like playing on plastic wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lo-fi sound.
that's the best experience ever. The best
So have you guys
experience.
ever heard of this band way back in the day called Echo and the Bunnymen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love you guys. I saw them
There you go.
twice at Irvine Meadows back in the 80s when they first were just getting popular in America. And I went to school with the bass player's cousin. And he died. That's why the band broke up. But they first started off. They had a little drum, like a drum machine that doop-a-dap-a-doop-a-doo, and they would just play keyboards and guitar to it. And that was the Echo. That was Echo, the box.
Yeah.
So they were the
wow.
Bunnymen, and that was Echo.
Oh, that's
And then they started getting famous with just a little boom box. So they got a drummer and they got the whole band together.
That's
Drummer
crazy.
added a lot to their music, though.
Oh, those guys were all great, man.
Yeah.
Oh, they kept bringing a new guitar every song, like a 12-string guitar. They were like, they had all these different guitars and they had all these sounds. Like I was just blown away because I was young, and it was just outside, full moon, and he goes under blue moon, us, and it just the crowd was going
So do
crazy.
you guys have a vision for where you want to go, or if you want to add more people to the band, or you want to just like have a sound that you're trying to,
I think
have, or
it's
you're
more fluid than anything.
You know,
Yeah.
we tried to have two drummers on.
We did.
Once upon a time.
That was a
failed
shit show.
experiment.
Well, I mean, that's the best experience is learn through experience.
Okay, you play the bass, right?
I play keys.
Oh, you're the keys.
I play
Okay,
bass.
I play keys, so you might be able to play that marimba. We might bust it out later.
Yeah.
Nice.
But who's been playing the instruments longest?
Him or you.
I've been
One of these two.
technically playing since junior year of high school.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, and you weren't a musician before that?
Well, I guess growing
And
up.
you're gonna
I
be
played
21. That's
piano.
like 6 years.
No,
5 years.
I'm gonna be 20. So
Oh, okay.
5 years ago. Mitchell, how long
How long
have
you
you
been
been
in
piano?
keys?
I don't even remember. I played like for like the piano National Piano Guild, so it's like being judged and all
Oh
that.
shit.
So and I was doing that for like I don't know, like 6 or 7 years when I was like smaller. And I
Were you smaller?
It's probably Mitchell.
Small.
He was like 5
back
years
in the
old.
day, yeah.
Back in the
In
day.
the good old days, I was doing and then I started doing like music production classes with this guy who does music production. And so I just, it all involves like keys and stuff. So I've been doing that for a while,
Well,
probably since like.
so when they start playing, do they go, "This is an A minor, we're going to F"? You can just improvise, or some of you guys don't know the names of the keys. You're just playing some chords and
Yeah, we
hoping
kind of
you
do
know
it
what it is.
visually and audibly, like
Okay.
or
It's like a lot of times it's playing by ear. for
Yeah,
sure.
I'll
Okay.
play them a song that I wrote or a song that we wrote sometimes, and he just looks at what like the chords that I'm playing.
Okay.
Because he started out on guitar. He actually inspired me to get into guitar. When we met in 6th grade, I heard he was doing guitar lessons. I was like, oh shit, I want to do that. And so I got into it with the same guitar teacher he had, and so he's been playing longer than me. And Kylan has gravitated more towards the bass, which is perfect.
Yeah, because
Right.
no band has bass.
Yeah,
It's
they
like,
go-
and
Yeah.
if you have a good melodic bass,
Yeah,
you're set.
They mesh
Yeah.
well.
And
they,
he's-
they go perfect.
And he's great at like just picking up on whatever chords I'm playing. He just looks at the bass
Yeah.
note and like he makes his own bass lines off of that. Artie's great. Like whenever I bring him a song, like
Oh, yes.
it's like he like goes into my head and picks out exactly what I imagined.
Huh.
That's what I felt like on that song. He just
Yeah,
Totally.
like I didn't tell him what to do
Nope.
at all.
No.
Like,
You guys
I think we
have-
jammed that song like 3 times before
Yeah.
he figured out what he played on it.
Most of our songs are just.
So who
He-
writes? Who
he-
starts writing, or do you guys come together? and write?
He comes up with most of the
Okay.
ideas. He'll come over to my house, and we'll write a song in like 10 minutes. Just whichever one we're like feeling
Yeah.
the most with at that time.
Yeah,
And
he
then
comes
we
with
just show it
me
to
with
the rest of the
ideas
band.
too, and you know, like he's insane at coming up with like really cool shit.
All of us kind of like add in our own, just everything at once, because we'll just
Yeah.
start playing, like he'll play a riff and then we'll all just follow, and then the song is created like that,
Yeah,
and then
that's-
lyrics
that's-
come later.
Yeah, we'll go into.
So you
like,
always do originals. You haven't done any covers, just mostly.
We've done
originals.
covers before, but
Okay.
nothing that we want to like record, or
Yeah, yeah.
we don't really, to be honest, the band doesn't really play
That's good.
covers a lot. We
I-
just do a lot of originals.
Every band I keep getting into, they want to, because I write songs, I've written over 100 songs, and they want to do a cover song. I'm like, no, I have great songs. Let's do these fucking songs. Like, oh, but we got to get a paid gig, and they want us to play these kind of 70s songs or these 80s songs. I'm like, no, we're going to do original
Those
songs.
are copiers,
It's like a
yeah.
kind of
Copiers.
fighting with people to do originals so hard
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
But that's good. You guys are just all original.
You're
That's good.
unique. That's very good.
Because you never can really go anywhere doing covers.
Have you found like a sound? Like do you,
I think so. It's hard to describe.
Like hippie,
our
trippy,
sound.
funky music.
Yeah.
When people ask us to describe our sound,
Yeah,
it's kind
right.
of like it's kind of difficult for us to
Yeah.
describe it
We're
because
also
it's like,
diverse
Yeah.
with our
that's
music.
very good.
because we all grew up listening to
Very
different
good.
stuff.
Yeah.
But
So what? Let's just start with that. What's your favorite like band in the world?
Ooh. That's hard to say.
You're the drummer, by the way. Just introduce yourself. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Corbin.
Corbin. What's your favorite band?
I drum for Randy. Oh, I should say I'm Randy.
You are Randy. You
I'm
drum for Randy.
Randy.
But,
Oh, if you guys opened, who would you want to open for?
oh.
They come to San Diego
Okay,
and they.
well, my
That's a good question
childhood favorite
altogether.
band was Cage the Elephant. I would really
Cage
like
the
to
Elephant,
open
okay.
for them. That would be fun.
Okay.
But there's quite a few. Like, I like Yes. quite
Oh
much.
yes. Okay. So I was thinking progressive rock. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love Yes.
Yeah, that would be really
You
fun.
look like a guy from. Have you heard of Brian Williams? No. Stephen Wilson.
Stephen Wilson.
He's a singer-songwriter. He wears glasses and he has long hair, and he's like Yes to the nth degree. He's like so out there, and he's amazing. Before you guys go, if you guys have time, I'll show you a video of this.
Cool.
Amazing motherfucker. Okay, so you got Cage the Elephant. If you opened up and you could choose any band in the world to open for, or for them to open for you once you get big, you know what I mean?
The world is yours.
We'll have Cage the Elephant open up for
World
you guys
is
someday.
yours. And everything in it.
Or even if they're dead, man, like they came back to life.
No, I would say for now,
Jimi Hendrix.
I think for now I'd be the most stoked if King Gizzard and Wizard Wizard.
Yeah.
King Gizzard and the Lizard.
Gizzard.
I haven't heard of that one.
Introduce
Wizard.
yourself.
Yeah. Oh, my name's Akai.
Hi, and you play
I
the
play the bass.
bass. That's right. We got drums, bass, lead guitar, rhythm guitar, and lead back and forth, and keyboards. Wow, that's a perfect band. 5 people. Okay, so one band. Just name one band if you can open up for.
My
it.
name's Artie.
Artie.
That's a tough one. It's either like
There's so many good ones.
Guns N' Roses or
Oh, that's it.
Motley Crue.
We gotta get that.
Singing.
We gotta get the singer to
I-
show up on time for the show. He might not show up, man. Fucking
Or-
fucked up.
I would really love, even for Van Halen. I know he died
Oh, Van
recently,
Halen.
but like I
Oh
would
shit!
so-
Just bring him back to
Van
life.
Halen.
Would you
Yeah.
rather have David Lee Roth singing or
David
yeah,
Lee
of course.
100%.
Here I am in a beautiful world.
David Lee Roth is so much.
All
better
I
than
need
him.
is a beautiful girl.
Yeah, no
Really?
one could ever
They're
replace
everywhere.
David Lee Roth.
Beautiful girls are everywhere.
Yeah.
So if I had a band open up for me, have you guys heard of? They're about a little older than you. They're like late college days, I think. We Are Scientists.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Oh, one of their hit songs is oh, I can probably play a little bit of it. Maybe I can remember if I can remember it. Let's see. Oh, my capos. Where the fuck's my capo? Oh, the capos. Oh, I don't have my capo. I can't do it without the capo. It goes. Oh yeah. No one moves, and nobody's gonna get hurt. Don't move, 'cause nobody wants to get because no, my body is your body. I won't tell anybody if you wanna use my body. Go for it. You never heard that one?
Is that from the? Is it like the 80s?
No, they just came out in like 2012 or something like that.
Oh,
And I want to turn you guys on to them because I want to get them. That's if I can get anyone on my show, I'll get that band on my show.
That's awesome.
They have like 7 or 8 albums now, but they just started off recent. I mean, early turn of the millennium.
Now introduce your
Okay,
name and your.
my name's Timothy, and I'm this guy's younger brother, and he's gonna open up for me. And,
Yeah, I
what's
know
your name?
you're talented. You were singing low, so I couldn't really hear the lyrics. 'Cause I'm a lyricist. I love lyrics.
Every time you got a
I
lyric
thought
that
you
I
were
really
saying.
liked, I tried to echo it so that people can hear it because they couldn't
I
hear
wish
you.
I
That
could
fan
hear
was on. It was too
You're
loud.
low.
Honorary member.
My name's Noah.
Um, Noah. I love that name.
Thank you.
Did you come on an art?
Was that? I did.
No.
I did show up on an arc. If I could have any band, or if I could open up for any band, it would
Or have them
definitely-
open. Let's think positive.
I think
It would definitely be King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. They're
King
fucking
Gizzard and
awesome.
the Wizard Lizards. I never heard of these
Gizzard and the
guys.
Wizard.
thought you were gonna say
The Lizard
Wizard.
Wizard.
I'm gonna have to
Lizard
turn you
Wizards.
on to the good shit, and you're gonna have to turn me on to the good shit.
They're so prolific. They've got like 18, 19 albums out now. They've come out with 2 this year.
How many members
One last year.
are in there?
They used to have 7. Now they've got 6. They had 2 drummers, and their other drummer left to focus on their record label that they started, Flightless
Nice.
Records, who also hosts like Babe Rainbow. I think the OCs are still on it. Orb and Stonefield, Murlocs, yeah. Pipe Eye. So many sick bands on that label. So I want to see
Island.
any one of them. What?
That's a traffic on.
Traffic Island too. Fuck. Any one of those bands would be a dream to open for. But
So we got Herbie Hancock.
Yeah. Herbie
Herbie Hancock back here, man.
Yeah,
Is he in the camera? You guys
That's a
can
good
see him?
I believe so.
Yeah, what's your name again? I'm sorry.
I'm Mitch.
Mitch.
The Lizard Wizards are nice, but I really like. I was probably Radiohead.
Radiohead.
Yes, Radiohead's a good one.
Oh,
I know that
shit.
one as well.
I feel like all keyboardists love Radiohead for some
Yeah,
reason.
keyboard
Oh,
artist.
because they have intricate chords.
They've always
yeah,
got
yeah, they can-
layers.
Layers
all
of
that.
shit, yeah.
The different sounds, so they can always sound unique.
The one I like the
It's
most,
never ever the same.
when no one covers it, they always cover Creep. Everyone covers Creep, but I like thin plastic watering can, fake plastic Chinese plants,
Classic.
the fake plastic girls, they wear me out.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. As they should. Anyhow, so other than music, like what are you skateboarders? What other hobbies do you guys enjoy together as a group? 'Cause I mean, music is everything, but outside of that,
Kylan shreds on the skateboard.
oh, I'm sure.
Oh,
I could just tell
He's
you.
a
have
wizard.
that-
When we get money and you guys come back after opening up for King Lizard and the what is that band again?
King Gizzard and
King Gizzard and the Lizard People.
Yeah, that name.
I'm so bad with names.
I know, I am too.
Once you guys are big, we're gonna get a studio. We're gonna do in the backyard over there. We're gonna put a skate ramp, and you can skate while we do a song. Man. That'd be cool. I'll do my rollerblades on it.
That's it. How long have you been skating? That's,
it's since I've been very super small. I've always been on a skateboard.
your mom get nervous? Probably.
Probably.
Did you ever go down a hill and kill yourself like I did? I tore off my
Yeah.
shoulder. It's
Uh,
tore off my kneecaps a couple
Yeah?
times.
Well,
Yeah,
you're
I
too
think
young to have had too many bad injuries.
Yeah, I'm not a super
Adventurous.
I'm not super into skating. I'm not super dedicated. I just always like to be on a skateboard sometimes. I mean,
So do any of you guys, you know what those things are on the wall? Do you guys read those things still? I talk to all young people and they're like, what are those books? What are they? How do you do them, man? Do you guys read books? Anyone read books?
Podcasts.
No, everyone's like, no, what are they?
books are lame.
I avoid it whenever I can.
Oh,
The
well,
last-
I mean,
Yeah, I think the last
Well,
book
it's-
It's very sad for someone who writes books to have books be unpopular. Read this book.
read it.
No, no, turn around and look at the wall.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah.
Did you write this?
I wrote this book. I wrote a couple more books, but no one reads fucking books anymore, so I have to fucking do a podcast to make a living, man. And I write songs and like people download my songs, but I need to get a band together. I just moved back from Japan. I had a band in Japan.
Is
But
it
yeah.
on Kindle?
It's on
I
Kindle.
only read my books if it's on
Okay, it's on Kindle. It's on
That's
Kindle.
convenient, right?
What about Nook? Is it on Nook?
So I know I'm a screenager, man. What can I say?
So if any of you guys didn't make it in music, we're gonna hope your band takes off because you guys are fucking amazing.
You're
But
gonna. You're
what
only
would you
one
be like?
that-
What's your second up? Like, would you be like a proctologist or would you be like a
Homelessness? Don't say that.
Homeless, yeah. No, that's kind of the move, though.
The hell? I didn't-
No, those guys are
The
badass.
hell?
Those guys really know how to fucking
That's-
make a
that's-
quarter last a long time, man. That's some serious dedication.
Talk about overpopulated. Everyone's homeless.
I don't know
There's a
anyone
lot
that
of
is homeless.
I'm
We
homeless.
live in California. So we'll see.
We live in California. Yeah, you're gonna.
So
move out of
when I
state.
was your age and I moved into a place about the size of this, it was $750. That was back in the days. This is double it now.
Mhm.
Oh, but that was in Silverado Canyon. But still, it was a nice place. You can see the stars at night, but it was not so close to the beach. But everything's like so expensive now. $1,500 for a small place.
Do you guys all still want to reside in California if you get any type of audience, or are you
Oh,
planning
yeah.
on leaving?
Hell no.
You wanna
Oh,
leave
where would you wanna move to?
Yeah.
Seattle?
No,
No.
outside U.S.
Ah, yes.
Oh,
me too.
Germany.
Before.
Australia.
New
That's-
Zealand,
that's
Australia,
beautiful.
They actually
South
bl-
Africa,
other countries
Wow,
I
actually
can live in Japan.
Japan.
other
Russia.
countries actually like music more than Americans. Americans just want to dance. They don't care what it sounds like. I mean,
Australia's
average
got it
person-
going on
I
right
feel
now.
like that's more of the San Diego scene.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Sort of like
They just
New
want to
York.
jump off the
That's
stage
right.
and
Yeah.
smash something.
You go to
Yeah.
like New York and you find all these
Yeah,
prolific
jazz
musicians.
musicians. Yeah,
and
of
course,
galleries
of course,
and-
yeah.
Same as San Francisco.
Okay.
There's some depth to their music, some substance. Yeah, I'm
Austin, Texas
New
has some
England,
good stuff too.
So, what's the best concert any of you guys have seen?
Oh shit.
I liked LCD
Unknown.
Sounds.
LCD
That
Sounds.
one was
Where did
so-
you see him?
I saw them in Anaheim.
Okay.
At the Palladium.
Oh, Palladium's a nice
Nice.
place.
Yeah, no, it was so sick because they have all their analog like synthesizers and stuff,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the racks
Oh, wow.
set up, and he's just like the master behind the scene. You know, it's super cool. It was a great show.
Probably for me it'd be Unknown Mortal Orchestra.
Oh, that was.
Where did you see?
Unknown Mortal Orchestra.
Unknown Mortal
We
Orchestra.
played
Okay.
at the observatory here in North Park.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, dude, Ruben got off stage and fucking chugged a beer without missing a note in a ripping solo.
Wow.
His
And
dad.
he walked through the crowd and then grabbed another beer at the sound engineer booth. And it was just fucking sick, dude.
That's his
And he-
passion.
oh yeah. And then he had his dad, as he said, he had his dad come on stage and play saxophone with him, which was just so cool.
Oh,
He was
cool.
on like the synth too. He was.
Oh yeah, dude.
If you ever need an old man to come out and play saxophone, I'll be your dad.
Oh, yeah. And then
I will
also,
be your father.
Sunset Roller Coaster had an insane set at Tropicalia where they went over their time limit and they kept playing on stage and had to be dragged off stage while like finishing their song. They would not stop playing, and they like the security turned off their amps and literally dragged them off stage while they were finishing their song. It was fucking awesome. I wouldn't
That's what you
miss
gotta
that for
love.
world.
That's like the Rolling Stones. They broke all the
Right?
everything at the Ed Sullivan show, smashed their
Persistent.
guitars
They
and
were
shit.
Staying with their sound. They don't want anyone
I like
interrupting
that.
it.
Wow.
I think for me it was Megadeth and Scorpions.
Oh, fucking Scorpions! I love Scorpions.
They were awesome.
Hold on.
Speaking of
It sounded
Scorpions,
just like their
oh, you're
album.
gonna
So
play a song.
Time, it takes time to win back your love again.
yeah,
I will be there. I love that song. I will be there. Oh, I did Scorpions in some of my
Yeah,
shows just
so
to
what?
throw in some.
Let's talk about zodiac sign. What sign are you?
I'm Aquarius.
An Aquarius. That's
Oh,
what most
beginning
my
of the
family
year.
is. Beginning of
I'm
the year.
Pisces, which is next.
Okay.
You don't know
You
what,
remember
what month were you
zodiac
born?
sign or
You're
not?
Sagittarius.
I respect that.
December.
That's good because you don't need
I
to.
don't even. I
I
don't
can't
know
remember.
either.
Okay, so I went to Japan. When I first got there, everyone goes, "What's your blood type?" And I'm like,
Oh, I know.
I
It's
feel
like,
like that's even more important. than-
I said,
That's
"What?
a-
What's my
that's a-
blood type? It's red."
Oh,
I didn't know what the fuck my
I
blood
would
type
never
was.
answer somebody if they asked me.
No,
that.
Japan. Everyone asks you your blood
Well, I
type.
guess-
What are you trying to do? Steal my kidney?
At a certain
No,
age,
no.
you have no,
What?
because if someone
You
needs to
can't do
donate
something
blood
with
to you,
In
you
Japan,
know
in Japan,
who's
they put all the A
compatible.
blood people in a
You gotta know who's
certain
compatible.
group, and they put the B blood in a certain group
Yeah.
because
Do they get
So that's a
told
different
if
type
they-
of segregation than we
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
exactly right.
Because A people are kind of like, they dot all the I's, they cross
Yeah,
all the
that's
T's,
right.
they put their homework in order, they go
That's
to
it.
school like 5 minutes
Organized,
before, they're like
organized,
super.
yeah.
B people are like, kind of like, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then O people are like, fucking what planet did I land on?
Yeah, that's it.
But I'm a negative, which is like unheard of, because usually it's A plus.
You guys will figure it. I guess nobody's donated blood here. What?
Oh, I didn't know my.
That's
Oh,
what
so
I'm
when
saying.
I don't.
I came back after my
Okay.
study
I've always
abroad.
been under the weather about your dad.
Oh,
They called me for my
I
blood
think-
every
I
week
know
because I
it's
gave
been
blood
right
one
at-
time.
Wow.
And I said, why are you guys calling me all the time? Do I have a special blood? They said, yeah, you have A minus. That's for everybody.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I
oh, that's
thought-
good.
I thought
So I went back to
all
Japan. I'm like, I'm A minus. They're like, you're not A. You don't seem like an A. It's like, because I'm an A minus. I'm not like an anal retentive person.
Well,
Who did we end with? Who's want to talk about their birth sign? You don't have to tell your birth sign if you don't know. You don't care.
you
I
know.
understand.
I don't know.
I'm a Pisces only because it's 222. I like my
The
birthday because
number.
it's cat day in Japan. I like cats more than I like people, and that's why I have 3 cats on the couch here.
Wait, do you have any cats?
I had cats in Japan. They died, and then when I came here, I can't. I'm gonna get cats if my family doesn't show up from Japan on 222, which is my birthday. 222, which is in Japan. 222 is cat day,
Coming up.
so it's 22222. I told them I'm gonna get cats. So either they're gonna come from Japan or I'm
How
gonna
about
get
you
cats.
guys? You have animals in
You
your
have
life?
pets?
I'm sure you probably have family animals.
I got
Somebody
like 6 goats.
6 goats? Are you that one in La Mesa?
No, I live in Humboldt.
You live in Hummel. Wow.
Yeah, I drove like almost an hour to get here.
Okay, so
Wow, thank
where do you guys
you.
practice? Like what?
Over at
In the
Mitchie
shed.
Boys House
Mitchie
in the
Boys.
shed,
Just in the
infamous
shed.
shed,
Nice.
Infamous shed.
Yeah.
What city?
University.
University.
University
University
Heights.
City.
Oh, University City. Where's that? Close to University
Right next
Heights?
to La Jolla,
Like,
kind
Lafayette.
of.
Oh, UTC.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I deliver there all the time.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so who lives close by here? Who's the closest to this area?
Us. Like we all live. We live in
me,
Claremont.
right?
area.
Claremont.
Yeah.
Okay.
I live next to
Genesis?
the Mesa College.
Oh, okay. I went to Mesa College way back in the days. I studied music there. I
So
studied
did
jazz
you grow up in
band.
San Diego?
I lived in San Diego back in the 90s. I went to Palomar College. I went to Mesa College. I took 4 semesters of applied music at Palomar. You can only take 4 semesters, so I switched to Mesa. Didn't tell them I took it at Palomar. Took it again because you get a free professional music lesson every week, which back then was like $30. Now it's like $50, $80. And an hour with a professional teacher, and then once a week you get to do a recital in front of the class of all the people that are doing applied music. And then every year you give a recital for the school. And so I took it 4 semesters, and then I went to Orange County, and I went to Orange Coast College, Saddleback something college. I went to like 7 different colleges, and then I went to university, and then I went to Japan. But I just wanted to just study music, so I just did all the applied music programs, and didn't tell the schools I was cheating on getting all the free classes, man. In between taking like history, a little philosophy, a little religion, a little politics, I took every semester 1 basic class, and then something I'm interested in, and then I took 1 music class, like piano class, jazz band. I was in the gospel choir. I sang gospel choir.
Oh, that's good beginning for music.
We did
Do you guys
Jesus
wanna-
on the main line. Tell them what you want.
Oh boy. Do you guys want to further your education with music? Or
Yeah, for
you
sure.
just want to practice?
I'm going to San Francisco State for music with an emphasis on production.
Oh,
Nice.
cool.
Very good. That's where all the money is.
Yeah.
Production.
I just want to be able to produce my own music.
Yeah. That's true. That's why I
This
guess.
kid's already a producer.
Yeah.
man.
Really?
So do you guys have recording equipment at home, or do you go to places?
We have our own recording equipment. It's just like we don't have very good acoustic space.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, yeah, that'll-
So you haven't yet released? Have you guys released any demos?
No,
Not yet. Okay.
Made kind of demos.
We're half
Made
done.
one.
Have
recording.
done. Okay.
One demo, but
Yeah, we're
We're
half
probably
done.
gonna
recording.
scratch
As soon as you get
Yeah.
one you think's good enough, I'll send it to Tim Piles. He's played 7 of my songs on his show on 91X.
right on.
He's really cool. He books at the Casbah, and he books at
So much,
right down in Hillcrest. I forget the name of the place, small club. I saw a couple bands there when I went to meet him. But that was before the pandemic. I don't know what he's doing now since the pandemic, because it's all starting to open up again. So
He
everything's
showed
going
up
to
to your
change.
show recently.
Oh, he did recently? Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, he's really supportive of all the local artists, so I'll introduce you guys to them. After you get some like that he can play on the radio, you can come in for an interview and stuff like that for his show. So, besides music, and what are you guys interested in? Like, what are your lyrics about?
Everyday stuff.
Just feelings.
Uh-huh.
Feelings?
I don't know.
Feelings, nothing more than
I want to write more story-based things.
Story-based things.
Like,
Ah.
I want to be able to tell a story with my lyrics.
Yeah.
Like maybe put together like an album that is all cohesive lyrically.
Yes, yes.
That kind of tells a mini novel.
Have you listened to Tommy the Rock Opera?
Oh, of course.
Of course. These guys know all the good shit, man.
Have you listened to Quadrophenia?
Yeah, Quadrophenia,
That's
there we
probably
go.
my favorite.
Oh, wow.
But yeah.
Do you know that? The Who? She's
The
like
Who,
that?
I know
The
The
Who.
Who, I
That's
know The Who.
Tommy and
I
The,
didn't
Quadrophenia.
the
know
movie
those
that
were-
goes with Quadrophenia is fantastic too.
Wow.
But
What?
yeah, right now
They did a
all
rock
of our
opera
songs
called
are
Tommy.
kind of just like
The movies,
Feelings.
right? Movies were it's like soundtrack.
Yeah, but they did a whole album. They made it into a movie, just like Yellow Submarine.
I
And all
love
those
that. I love
albums.
that. And then when they put the visual behind it, they start doing videos that kind of coincide with
Yeah.
the lyrics, right?
The Wall has
like
one
that.
too.
That makes the
Oh
story.
no!
The
Have you
Wall,
the
yeah,
Dark Side of the Moon? Have you guys ever done the Dark Side of the Moon with the movie?
Oh,
yeah.
Wizard of Oz.
The Wizard of Oz. You
Wizard
wait.
of Oz.
The first line roar goes,
Yes.
and the
Yeah.
second line roar, and you push
I've
play.
always wanted to
But
try
there's a
that.
bunch
Oh
of
my
movies.
God, that's
it's
so
crazy.
neat.
I watched it
Yeah.
with Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Dude, that's awesome.
Oh yeah, yeah. It actually works so well with
The
Park.
That's
break in the
awesome.
sky while he's dancing around on
Yeah.
his
What the
Segway.
heck? That's nice.
Dude, it's
No, but what's
it goes
weird is
perfectly.
Isn't it like
okay.
a-
I took hallucinogenic cactus and I listened to it,
Oh,
and
geez.
no, listen to this.
Oh boy.
The movie is 2.5 times the album length, but somehow the whole album played and then it restarted, and the next album playing again synced up with the movie again, and I was like, this is impossible. They had to coordinate this, and this was done in the 30s, and they didn't do this album until the 70s. How the fuck did they coordinate this? They must have had a time machine. because
Creativity, you know? It's
it was
creativity.
aliens did it. I was like, for sure, the crop circles in the music. Oh, what's the album that has crop circles? Rush.
Signs.
Rush.
I was thinking the
Rush.
movie.
It's all crop circles on their album cover.
Oh, shit.
What is it?
I thought you said crop circles. I thought you were talking about the movie.
No, there's
What'd you say?
I said signs.
signs.
I wanna-
Who wants to play lead guitar on one of my songs?
Noah, you're up.
This guy. Okay, it's an E
No,
minor.
you're
It's an
up.
E minor. You can get it.
Okay.
You guys feel like doing any backup harmony? You can do backup harmony.
Yo, do the drum. Let's get the drum.
In the darkest nights when I'm all alone, with the candles lit and there's no one home, but I feel like I am touching in a jealous stream of unconsciousness, where energies merge in perfect bliss. There is no such thing as separation. What if we are coming back to where we've been? Millions of singing them. They have the whole lady chorus going.
Oh, the acapella.
That's the whole shortened version.
Nice.
Do you
That
guys
was the last
travel
song.
around Whoa! Like, how do you get on different shows, or like, I don't know, how do you promote yourself? Like, what's
You have a
marketing?
manager or
Marketing,
like a
yeah, your
booker?
marketing.
We
You just-
tried to do that, but
It didn't work out.
it didn't work out.
It was with
So
one of our friends.
basically me and him just.
Okay.
We
on the
honestly,
Instagram.
yeah,
It's word of mouth, so you're gonna need to
that
like
too. I
get
can't.
out to people.
What I do, I love to promote. So if
Yeah.
whenever I get the chance, I have like quite a few people on Snapchat. So
Yep.
I just like whenever I get the flyer, I'll post it on my story, and then I'll individually like send it to literally everyone on my Snapchat. And usually that's how it.
Would you actually do that?
Spread.
That's how I got that many people probably at the house
Dang, man,
party
you
yesterday.
gotta pull your weight now. You better get your Snapchat going. Every time I got a band together, I always brought 50 people,
Yeah.
and no one else brought anyone.
Wow.
But I had one band, it was this girl, and me and another guy, and she brought everyone. And she would just like bring so many people, like I didn't have time to bring people because we were practicing all the time. We were playing every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday almost every week. And we were called Stranger's Milk. And that was in Orange County. We were playing at all the coffee houses back before the coffee houses all got taken over by Starbucks. They had Dietrich's coffees everywhere. They even had it in San Diego. We used to play in San Diego, some in LA. We played in Big Bear Lake. We played in Catalina Island. They had all these little cool little coffee houses that you can play at back in the 90s. But
How about the Irvine company?
yeah, that all got taken over, man.
So, does any of you guys have siblings, like brothers or sisters, that like try and join in? And
Oh no.
No, no,
Seriously?
Not that try to do it.
Well,
Do they come to your shows?
yeah,
I play a band with
His sister.
one of my brothers.
His sister
Okay.
comes.
yeah.
Corbin's in a band with his brother,
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, cool,
called
cool.
Mother Bundy.
Yeah.
What's it called?
What is it
Oh
called?
wait, what?
Mother Grundy.
Mother Grundy.
Grundy.
Have you guys done a show the same night together? Mother Grundy and Randy?
No, we haven't
Yeah,
done
yeah.
show together.
Not
I
yet.
guess that's
Yeah.
another part of like promoting or like getting
It
your
is.
shit out there. It's
Yeah,
like
singing.
you play with other
right.
big bands,
Yeah.
and
You-
more
you-
people
does he
want to
have hair like
come.
yours?
And then
So-
you
Yeah.
make friends with
Like-minded.
them.
Yeah, you make
so
friends with them.
we the way that we kind of got our start was we went to the show. Well, we were still real small. I mean, we still are real small. But like,
No, you're not. You're on live from Romo Heights, man. You're a big name now.
Not really
before we
small.
blew up,
Yeah, before we blew up.
Before we got our big media outlet.
Yeah.
before our big break,
Yeah, before our big break.
we went to the
Here it
show
is.
and I recognized the keyboardist from Leon Canoe, and I went up to him and I talked to him and I just talked to him
Nice.
and asked him about like how they got their start and if he had any advice for us, and he was like, yeah, just like hit up different venues and try to start shows and invite other bands that are bigger than you to headline. And,
That's it.
but that's not what we ended up doing, because that's actually
Yeah,
still,
like, that's
it's
what
still
happens.
really, really hard to do because nobody
Yeah.
wants to play with you if they've never heard of you.
That's right.
Yeah.
But we were lucky enough. I remember I was working at Starbucks. I got a text on my phone, and it was Fashion Jackson.
Oh, okay, I like them.
They
I actually asked them to come on the show.
They
haven't.
commented on our Instagram, and they
Ooh.
were like, check your DMs.
Ooh.
And they apparently Leon Canoe had recommended us as an opening band for one of the festivals that they had in 2019, and so we were lucky enough to get to play a festival with a super stacked lineup. It was like
It's like a
Fashion
festival.
Jackson, Leon Canoe, Ignorant Benches when they were
Oh,
still around.
I played with the guitar player. No, the bass player from England Manchester was in my band at the beginning of the
Oh,
pandemic.
really? What,
But we were a three-piece band. We were practicing for like four weeks, and then we stopped playing
Oh,
together.
really?
We never did a concert. He was playing lead guitar. He's really good lead. The bass player.
Yeah,
He's really good lead guitar player.
yeah, he's a cool guy.
I like him.
Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of how we got our start, and then we started. We played a show with the Go Heads, who we actually played a show with last night.
Nice.
Oh, fuck
They,
you, she went to
I
they
sing.
invited us to headline at the Shea, and I think it was them and then Lalo, and
Layla, yeah.
they brought
Are they a
everybody
local?
from their
Are
school.
they a local
They're
band?
both
Yeah,
local.
they're both-
I
they're
grew
both
up
from
with
Mission
both
Bay.
of
Yeah.
those bands.
And yeah, they invited us to headline, and it was super nice of them because like
That's a
we
good
were
way to
like,
get your start.
us
That is
headlining?
good.
Okay,
Yeah,
I guess.
very good. It's word of
And,
mouth. It's
um,
word of mouth.
They brought all of their friends from their school. We brought all of the friends that we could bring from our school and every other school that we can manage. And we ended up selling out the Shea, our first
Really?
time
Cool,
headlining.
Yeah, it was pretty nice. We did like a sellout streak for like three
Yeah,
or four times.
three
right
shows in a
before
row. I think we
COVID
sold
started.
out.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's okay. You'll get.
It'll
you'll
get back
in the
there.
groove
Yeah.
again.
Yeah,
You'll
we're
get
getting
back.
in that
You'll
groove
get back.
right now.
You'll get back.
Got a few more shows on there.
Everybody, right? Every dog has its day, so
Yeah.
it's coming. It's coming.
Wow.
But yeah, that's basically how we did it. And it's really just making friends with bands.
That's
like,
it.
Yeah.
Because it's fun to play shows with your friends, and I mean, like every band has their own fan base, and it's a lot of word of mouth, a lot of social media, and when you can get a good group of bands together to have like a good venue, you can do really awesome things.
Yeah.
Like it just keeps. It's like a snowball effect.
But what's the acoustically? What's the best place you guys liked playing at? Because I didn't. Queen Bee seemed like it was too echoey, too. All the bands played too loud.
Sometimes they have really good sound technicians. I feel like that's.
Oh, really?
one of the
Because
more
last
important
few times they were too loud. Everyone thing was too loud, and it was just maybe it was the drummer because they were just playing too
I
loud.
think the
Everyone
best song we've ever had was at Soma.
Yeah, I agree.
That was the best song.
Like, because they had the most professional like
Yeah.
sound guy.
Oh,
I
okay.
think that was the most
Um,
professional show.
And it
we
just
played.
it sounded great. There was just very little turnout, just because I forget why.
Because the band that was they had like a lot of strange bands that were headlining, and I didn't really know we didn't really know any of the other bands headlining that night. They kind of just invited us. Wasn't a lot of people throughout the night.
Yeah.
Just like they came and went. And,
Well, we played early. I think it was like 10 bucks.
yeah, we
Oh,
played
yeah.
really early too.
Oh yeah, sometimes people don't want to come out to the first
Yeah.
when you're doing early.
Yeah, and the other thing is like it was $10, so a lot of people. couldn't
Yeah, a lot of
do it
people don't
because
wanna
it's
pay
kind of
that.
Oh,
expensive.
Yeah, sometimes a weird venue.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you have a fan base? Like, have you looked in the audience and seen like a crowd that you know?
Yeah, we definitely have
Yeah.
like there's like our homies that
Okay.
are always there to support
Right.
us and everything.
I
and
know
then-
everyone has tons of friends, so there's
Yeah,
word
we-
of mouth
And
right
then
there.
there's also like a bunch of people that like
They just
come
hear the
and see
hype.
us, and like
Yeah, they hear the hype.
we've had a
Yeah,
few
yeah.
people that like are repeat
Yeah.
faces, and those are always really cool to see.
That is.
I think our most hype recently was the Queen Bees when we had like Mitchell come up and he smashed a guitar
Oh,
on
God.
stage and then we did like confetti
Somebody's always
poppers
doing
and
something
stuff.
epic.
And I think that really like hyped everyone up
Yeah,
to come
that's
out
a
for the
memorable
party
show.
We didn't even
yesterday.
play that.
So we didn't really play, but like
Yeah,
him and our friends played.
We
Right.
had Randy 2 play. It's
Randy 2.
basically Randy, just different.
Just without anybody.
Yeah, we didn't want
It's
to.
basically
show.
Randy, but without anybody who's in Randy.
It was kind of
Except him, we were in it.
yeah. It
Okay.
was kind of just to have fun with the venue.
Yeah.
It was a strange show. We purposefully made it weird.
Yeah.
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 We didn't want to
But-
play anyway.
You want
Yeah,
to
we
hype
didn't
up a
play.
crowd, get confetti. That's
Yeah,
what always
as long
works.
as the crowd was having fun, that's all that matters.
Yeah,
That's
it was a really
pretty
fun show.
rowdy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, since you guys kind of know Fashion Jackson, would you mind like sending them a note to, hey, they want to get you on the show next, and they can see your guys' video?
Yeah, I don't know how well they know us. We know them.
okay.
Like
Yeah.
I'm not sure because I haven't talked to any of them in over a year because of the pandemic.
Yeah, yeah.
Not even sure if Sterling would still recognize any of us, but like I've talked to Sterling and we were on a first name basis for a little bit, but like very
Okay.
loosely like
Yeah.
acquainted. But those are cool guys. I'm sure.
Yeah, like
if
I
you
met
hit
him at
them
a
up
few
and
coffee
they're not-
houses. I haven't seen him in a while because the coffee houses all stopped doing their open mics, so they would come every once in a while. The
Yeah,
open
the
mics over
stats
here on
and
the stats,
stuff.
right, which is walking distance right
Right.
there.
Yeah, no, I'm sure if you
Yeah,
hit them
that's
up and they're not too busy, maybe they
Yeah.
would come and do this. Yeah.
Cool.
Um,
How about anyone? Do you guys know anyone famous in San Diego, or should be famous, or would be famous if I can get them on the show and like whatever they do,
Kinda
artists,
it's
actors.
Like promotion, right?
The
It's
Go
like a little
Aheads.
bit,
The
yeah.
Go Ahead. That's a band.
Go
Go
Ahead.
ahead.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Homies,
The
yeah.
Go Aheads are
Okay, cool.
awesome. They're making really cool shit. Stuff
got
that
stuff on
nobody
Spotify.
else is.
Nice.
Yeah.
playing.
It's an interesting sound.
Are
It's
they
super
local?
cool.
They're
It's
local?
like-
They're local,
Steely
yeah.
Dan and
I grew
like
up with most
bunch
of
of,
them.
like,
Like
bluesy
I
stuff.
went to
They're
elementary
really
with them
good.
and stuff.
Okay,
so
okay. Okay, so you guys,
Yeah.
you recognize them. Do you guys?
oh, we're like
Communicate
yeah,
all the
we're
time?
friends. They just they haven't really been playing because of COVID,
Right.
and they all go to like college somewhere else in
Okay.
California.
Yeah.
But they came back for the summer, so we've been hanging
You've
out with
seen
them
them.
and
You've
playing
seen
with them. Yeah.
Good.
Does anyone want to do a last song? We'll finish with the last song.
If you want to, dude.
Morphine?
I'm cool with that.
Morphine,
Do
I
last
guess.
song.
I'll do more.
Do it.
Can I get that pick card?
Yeah. There's a couple more pictures of it.
Morphine.
The square.
Just really, because this one I think.
Other
Let me
songs?
tune this one really quick because I think this gets out of tune really.
He has one already.
Thank everybody for
Oh, yeah.
coming. You guys
Oh,
were
yeah, thank you
you guys
for
were-
having
thank you, thank you.
I'm pretty sure I tuned it like right before I played.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You want to just check for if it's?
No, this one's
I think it's.
I think it's the Loose Grooves. It's one of my friends' bands, but
These are I played up and down the beach on my roller skates and got so many tips and people throw tips in here and shit.
oh, is that what was rattling?
Yeah, I have someone threw a one of the like a Agatha or some sort of stone. They gave me a donation, stone donation. Everybody sing along. Oh yeah. Woo! That was the best. That was fucking amazing.
Yeah, dude.
I need to get you a mic next time.
Yeah,
Sorry, I
yeah.
didn't have
It's
that
just okay. Just love it. I love
We caught it. We caught it. Luckily, I turned off the fan on this one. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's all for the show. See you later.
All right.
Bye, guys.
How do I stop it? I don't know. It stopped. Okay, bye bye, Instagram people. It's been lovely. Fly low and avoid the radar.